Hey guys, I decided to do this webinar about 2 minutes ago, so apologies for the late notice, but it will be being replayed anyway and you'll be able to watch it on YouTube if you miss any of it. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. I'm halfway through moving house, so I'm pretty sweaty and gross and there's like stuff literally everywhere, but that's okay. So today we're going to be talking about how to effectively share the essential oils and products, how to invite people to classes, how to get classes from a class, how to effectively follow up, and obviously how to enroll people and help people get their wholesale membership access to essential oils and get the same price as we do, and therefore build your doTERRA business. And importantly, how to teach other people to do what we do, because that's what creates a stable, sustainable, long-term, well-paying business that really works well for you and is a lot less stressful than trying to do absolutely everything yourself. So I think first off, we'll start with how to effectively share essential oils with people and how to invite people to a class. So you can get those little 1 ml sample vials from au.aromatools.com. And that's a really lovely way to share samples with people for them to try. So if you actually, allow people to talk about themselves and their lives and listen in and connect with people and develop relationships with people, you'll hear what they're struggling with. They'll talk about it. So if they're struggling with, a child that's difficult to get to sleep or has struggled focusing in school, if they need something to support their skin, or if they need something to help with stress and anxious feelings, or if they need some immune support, if they need some sinus support, any of those kinds of things. Obviously, we have something really, really powerful that can support and help them with their physical and emotional health. And it's all about supporting wellness. So, as we've discussed many times, it's important not to be claiming to cure, diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease. So if you haven't already, pop onto doTERRA University and watch the videos about compliance, and also go onto doTERRA Tools or in the files section of our members group. We've got the quick claims guide and the approved claims list, so you can see what we can actually say safely about our product. But anyway, you can offer someone a sample. Now, a big mistake a lot of people make is handing someone a sample and then just expecting that they'll get back to you and enroll. People are very busy, they have lots of other things that they need to do and obligations to meet, and they will oftentimes forget that you've even given them anything and may not use it, or forget to get back to you about it. So what I always like to do is take their ask for their permission to have their contact details and just say, is it okay if I follow up with you in a day or so, just to check everything's going okay with that essential oil I gave you, and see how it's going for you. And then either take their email or the phone number and then actually follow up with them. So you might want to, I use this for everything. If it's not on the smartphone, it doesn't happen. My phone is really dirty. So put it in your phone as an event or a reminder to contact that person in, say, 2 to 3 days, and just say, how's everything going with using that oil? Here's some instructions and other ways you can use it. Also, obviously, safely dilute. And let me know if you would like any assistance, with having a class so you can learn more, or setting up your wholesale account so you can get the same prices as me. That's the other thing people don't do, is they don't actually ask for the enrollment. So literally saying to someone, would it be okay if I show you how to set up your wholesale account? Or would it be okay if I assist you in getting the same prices as me and getting your oils and blends so you have some solutions available to you, is really important. So the way you actually meet people. So yeah, the first few classes, most people just have them in their home, in their lounge room. I had them on the back patio when my kids were asleep. So even if you have kids at home, and all of that kind of stuff, even if your partner's not there, if they're asleep and you're in the next room, or something like that, enlist the help of parents, of neighbours, of anyone you can. Even reinvesting your fast start commissions into a babysitter 1 or 2 nights a week will be a fantastic, amazing long-term investment. You do need to invest in yourself, you do need to invest in your business, and you do need to make a solid time and effort commitment if you do genuinely want to build a doTERRA business. So like I said today, with the new file in our group, we've got the options of living, sharing, or building. And if you do want to build, you do really need to at least meet the minimum requirement of 4 classes a month and 4 personal enrollments a month, plus helping others in your team enroll as you start to develop a team and helping them run classes. So anyway, as I was saying, so finding people. So invite just friends and family, whoever, it doesn't matter if 1 or 2 people show up to a class, and then booking classes from the class is really important as well, and something a lot of people forget to do. So when I used to be a Thermomix consultant, we had like a host incentive, and it was a thermoserver, which is like a stainless steel bowl that keeps your food warm. And we would not actually give them the incentive until they had the class. We would bring the incentive with us to the class they've had. If you're like, oh, who wants to host a class? I'll give you this incentive. Everyone will say yes, you give them it, and yeah, you'll never get any classes. So you don't have to offer an incentive, because you can explain to them, if you don't have a lot of money like I didn't when I started, you can explain to them that once they've enrolled, if they want to host a class, they'll actually get all the commission from anyone they've invited. So that obviously applies no matter what. Whoever has invited that person always gets to enroll them. But you could offer, say, a modern essentials book if they enroll with a minimum of 100 points, set up an LRP with a minimum of 100 points and have a class. If you wanted to, you can get them in 12 packs from au.aromatools.com as well. So that's a great little gift and gets people using their oils more as well. So getting classes from classes is super important, and supporting the people that you've enrolled to use their essential oils, love them, and then if they want to share or start building, supporting them to do that. And we do that by duplicating our classes. So as I've spoken about in the past, you would go and run the first class for your new enrollment, and they would kind of pass around the oils and help you out. Second class, you do it together, you're both helping out. Third class, you're really having that person step up and do the class themselves. And sorry, just getting messages on my phone, turning that off. Yeah, helping them set up the class and do it themselves, and you're kind of the assistant passing around the oils and helping people enroll at the end of that kind of thing. Once they've done those 3 classes with your support, they'll generally be really confident in going out there doing their own classes, and then they can pass that training on with helping their new people run classes. And that's where the flow-on effect gets really, really beautiful and effective. So anyway, if you are struggling to step outside of your community of people, we've got quite a small network. It's always really important to actually start with a list of people, even go through your Facebook friends and see who you can share with. If they don't live necessarily in the same area as you, you can post some samples, you can talk to them on the phone, that kind of thing. I mean, don't necessarily just ring them up and be like, hey, I've got essential oils, I want to sell them to you. Possibly, reconnect and talk about them. If you actually listen and let them talk about them and share what's going on for them, again, as I said, often something will come up for them, and then you'll be kind of able to offer something that can help them and support them in that way. So it's really, if you forget about yourself and stop worrying, about what people are going to think of you, or, being a salesperson, or you can't sell anything for the life of you, or, all these negative thoughts about yourself, and actually get back to genuinely serving, how can I help this person? What are the incredible tools that I have been blessed with and have available in my life, and how can I share them with this person? It becomes a lot more icky and a lot easier to do. But if you're wanting to break outside of your particular networking community, you can do things like go to networking events. If you jump onto meetup.com, you can go to business events, entrepreneur events, yoga, meditation, wellness event, foodie events, Latin dancing. It doesn't really matter. Just getting out there and connecting with people, and then give them a business card. Definitely important to make up business cards, but also take their contact details and then reconnect with them on Facebook, that kind of thing. And just really developing connections everywhere you go, in bullies, wherever, really. It doesn't matter. Just at the park, if you meet a mom or just anyone, just really connecting with people and actually stepping outside of your comfort zone and allowing that to come into your life, which is really powerful. So what else was I going to cover? How to share the oils, invite to classes. So yes, inviting people to classes is obviously really important when you're doing your minimum 4 classes a month, preferably more than 4, like up to 10. I've often done 15 to 20 classes a month because I wanted to build and get to diamond in less than a year and rip the band-aid off quickly. And that's, what I wanted to do. You can do it at your own pace, but definitely that minimum 4 classes a month. So I would start booking your diary up for the rest of the year, like right now, and start with those 4, and then you can add to the 4 and get more classes happening as well. So inviting people to the class, again, works much better if they've had a sample or an experience of essential oils with you before. And then, yeah, invite them to the class, have different times, maybe a daytime class, maybe a weeknight class, maybe a Sunday class, a couple of different weeknights, give them options, and then always follow up probably 4 days before the event, and never say something like, are you still coming? Because that kind of gives them an out. Just say, you know, I'm so excited you're coming to the class. You know, I'm making this beautiful Jaffa slice or these really yummy peppermint bliss balls. I know you'll get a lot out of it. Feel free to bring any friends you want to along. Just remember that they get to invite their friends that they've bought. I mean, they get to enroll the friends that they've bought if they do sign up, which is great for your business as well. And yeah, and then don't forget to remind them like 2 to 4 hours before the event, as well as 4 days before. So again, just sending a quick text through saying, so excited you're coming. Maybe send them a photo of one of the snacks you've made. And then don't be disappointed and bummed out and passive aggressive if someone can't make it. Life happens. I'm sure you've, you know, dropped out of events heaps of times because, you know, you're exhausted, the kids were up all night, you're not feeling well, something else has come up, blah, blah, blah. So just be present with the people that come. Even if one person's come, you do the class, you serve them, and everything happens for a reason. I've done loads of classes where it's been one person, or no one, even when no one shows up. Don't be discouraged by no one showing up. Every single presidential diamond, blue diamond has had classes where no one showed up, or had classes where no one's enrolled, or, you know, have classes where there's like 10 toddlers screaming and, you know, everyone's talking over them. The difference between, awesome, that's really noisy. The difference between the people that make it and the people that don't, the people that make it keep going even when it's really difficult, even when, you know, builders stop building, even when, you know, not so nice things are said about you by other people in your team, outside of your team, even when people don't necessarily resonate with the way you try and support and mentor people, even when really hurtful things happen, even when no one comes to your class. Yeah, the people with resilience and determination, and now I have a kid screaming, being a momtrepreneur is awesome. Hey Bobby, what's wrong? Come here. Mummy is teaching. Yeah, the people with resilience are the ones who make it. So just keep going no matter what. What else was there to talk about? And enrolling people. So as I said, at the end of the class, I used to kind of wrap it up and be like, okay, so that's done and see you later. And now what I actually do is I sit down with people. Dom, can you please let him out and go play with him? No, don't push him. Just let him do what he wants to do. Where is Dan? Can you ask him to come and play with Ned? Because I'm trying to do a webinar right now, honey. This is awesome. So, what was I saying? Yes, so at the end of the class, I actually sit down with the people that are there and ask them, you know, speak with them about which oils resonate best for them, and actually help them fill in their how to enroll as a wellness advocate form, work out with them which is the best kit for them. And I have like a 90 to 100% enrollment rate at my classes now, whereas it used to be, I don't know, 0 to 10% when I first started. So it's all about practicing and developing your skills and getting better over time. So yeah, so we've covered how to shed oils, how to invite to classes, how to follow up. A lot of people in sales say it takes often 7 touches to create that connection and make the sale. I like to get it over and done with, which is why I sit down with people and help them sign up at the end of the class. Obviously, if they want to. If they don't, then, you know, they don't have to, and I will follow up with them. So it's really important. Maybe you can start a newsletter list. You can use MailChimp and have a sign-in sheet at the beginning of your class with a lucky door prize if you want to. That way you keep in touch with people. And yeah, you can send out the monthly specials, different recipes, different things in your newsletter. And yeah, that will be really helpful. Sorry. Dom, can you ask Dan if he can like look after Ned? Oh my gosh. Dom, can you please ask Dan if he can look after Ned while I'm trying to do this? Not that hard. Sorry, I did tell Dan I was doing a webinar, and I just decided to like mow the lawn or something, which is really helpful. Yeah, so that's basically all there is to it. And then, as I said, you just help people do their first class, do the second class together, And then third class, you really, you really help them do the class, and you're just there to be the assistant and support them. And then they can carry that on with their teams. Yeah, definitely start booking your classes now for October, November, December, and filling up the calendar, because it really does start to build momentum when you do commit yourself to that minimum 4 classes and you're enrolling at least 4 people a month. I would aim for 10 classes and minimum 10 enrollments a month, as you'll find your rank events a lot easier, you'll maintain rank a lot easier, and you'll get a lot more people interested in sharing and building when you're out there doing what you want other people to do. So I hope that was helpful to you. Sorry about all the interruptions with kids and stuff, but so you understand, massive empires can be built at home with 2 kids in your living room. So thanks for listening. Yes, awesome, I know, Ned, it's bloody awesome. All right, see you later, guys. Thanks.